Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Mother Hen Show. My name is Adisha Penn and I'm your host. Along with Bradley Lima, we are here today. We have the pleasure of being with Miss Finnitta Joshua, owner of Apus Virtual Business Solutions. Said it correctly?
That's right.
Good. And she's going to tell us a bit about her business and the services that she offers. So, Ms. Finita, before we get into all of that, I would just like to know a little bit more about you. You could tell our viewers a little bit about who you are, so we could kind of just warm up and get into our discussion today.
No problem. My name is Finnitta Joshua. I am originally from St. Croix, but I've been on St. Thomas for the past 23 years or so since I've been married. I have 2 children, both in college.
Okay.
And I guess I would say that my biggest motivating factor is my family.
Oh, lovely. I love it. True Caribbean woman. Essence of the Caribbean woman. Okay, good. So tell us a little bit about Apus. What do you offer? Is it a secret? Can you let us in about and a little bit about what you do?
I'm going to tell you a little bit, but not giving away too many secrets.
Not too many secrets.
But at Apus Virtual Business Solutions, what we are growth catalysts for other businesses. So what we do is we assist other businesses in streamlining their processes and just utilizing our motto, which is work smarter and not harder. So 3 of our main tools that we utilize are AI. We utilize AI agents, and everything that we do is customized. The other thing is process streamlining and process automation for busy business people, because when you're running a business, it's takes up a lot of time, and there's certain things that we hope to automate just to help with your growth. The other thing we do is we do digital marketing and branding, so helping your business to build that brand voice, to get a clear picture to what you are out there to other people. Well, and that's it in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, that's a very big nutshell, maybe like a walnut, you know. But essentially what I'm hearing is it's a lot of assisting, it's artificial intelligence. Basically, to me, it sounds like you're doing a lot of virtual assisting, but it's more like of an automated type of thing.
Well, I'll tell you how I started off. After the hurricanes, I have over 20 years of experience in doing administrative services, working in the administrative field, working in the corporate field, working in the academic field, and always doing administrative type stuff. So I figured after the hurricanes, and I decided, I'm going to do something else. I want to shift, and I'm going to start working for myself, doing what I always did. I realized that half of what I did, or even a majority of what I did as an administrative professional, could be done remotely or virtually.
Right.
You didn't have to be there in person to help other people. So I decided that's what I started off as what's called a VA, a virtual assistant.
Right.
And then as far as, I always think that business is dynamic, things are always changing. So come fast forward, and I decided, you know what, I need to take this in a different track. AI is what everybody's talking about. Let me learn about it. Let me move on it. I'm somebody that believes that you never stop learning. I'm constantly learning, and I constantly want to move with what's coming up.
Right.
So then that's why, the big majority of what we do is very AI focused.
Mm-hmm. So we hear AI. Now, if you're a person like me, automatically when I think of AI, I think of Terminator. Maybe a lot of our viewers out there think like that too. But I'm thinking like, okay, the gun's gonna come blazing one day. We hiring this AI. Like, let me stay away from Apus because I hear AI. But you can break down for us a little bit what AI is.
And that's true. You hear a lot about it, and I think automatically a lot of people think about the Terminator. The machines are taking over.
That's right.
But basically, it stands for artificial intelligence. And AI also, it's not anything to be afraid of. It's a tool to be utilized. And really and truly, what I try to tell people, it's not here to replace us. It's here to assist us. Because with everything, you still need that human touch. You still have to have that human input to trade. Just like if we do something utilizing AI, maybe one of our agents, a customer service agent we create for you, a sales agent, just like an employee, we have to train it. Mm-hmm. We have to train those agents. I don't like to call them bots.
Okay.
So I have Apus agents. We don't like to call them bots, but it's the same thing with training. We still need that human input. But it's here. It's a tool I tell people to utilize to make your business run smoother, to make your bottom line increase, And there's just a lot of benefits to it. So
Right.
not anything to be afraid of.
Right,
You
okay,
just have to
good.
know how to use it.
I wipe the sweat off my brows, Miss Finnita, because I thought we were done for just now. Like, oh gosh, that's why I came to speak with you today, because I was like, we gotta get down to the bottom of this. Are we only gonna see Terminators, or is AI really helpful? And from what you're telling us and telling me today, it sounds like it's really something that could really help people who have businesses. Now, what type of businesses does your business assist? Is it only for people who have established businesses, or is it for somebody who's maybe trying to start up a business, who recently started a business? Who would your services benefit the most?
That's excellent. It would be good for me to say everybody.
Okay.
And but we do work with startups, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, which somebody just working on yourself, up to mid-sized businesses. So we can, and normally we can work with just about anybody, because let's say you have a retail store, we can work with you to help automate your inventory, all of that type of thing. We can work with, a lot of times we concentrate on people in service industries,
Right.
because it's easier to integrate a lot of those things. But we started with that. As far as who we can help, we can start with solopreneurs, because we can start you from the ground up, from building your brand, just knowing who you are, what you want to get out there, to then automating your processes, to getting the AI integration. We can do all of that for you. So it's from a start to finish type of business.
Right. And I'm very surprised you're saying that you really help people who are in the service industry, because I would think that's the industry that would probably contract you the least for assistance, So what are some of the industries that you affiliate yourself with assisting the most?
Okay, so let's say we're talking about, now we have a lot of people that do, let's say, coaching, whether it's business coaching, life coaching, people that, assist people in that kind of way. When you think about it, how do your clients reach you? How do you interact with them? So let's say you get them through receiving calls, or you get them through your website. We can have an agent on your website that they can interact with before they even get to you. The part of the thing is that a lot of times, especially with solopreneurs, you're trying to run a business, you have to answer calls, you're trying to do all of these types of things. Here there's a way that you can have that streamlined, automated for you, to take it off your hand. And here's the thing with AI agents, they don't take sick days, they don't get upset. You still have to train them and everything on your business, but while I'm with a client, it's answering my phone. My business is running 24/7.
Right.
So not only that, how do they reach out to you? When you send a message, how do you have to now go and send them an email, respond back? All of these things can be automated.
Right.
So which is why people within the service industry is a lot easier. But I can give you a story as far as something with someone in retail, and this is what part of the reason why we decided, yeah, we need to do this. One time my husband, he needed a part for the car. And he called a retail store,
Yes.
That deals with car parts, and they called me. He's like, "Do you have such and such a part?" They're like, "Hold on."
Right.
He was on hold for 20 minutes.
Correct. I don't look at it.
Then they came back. What did you want again?
Oh no.
Go back on hold for another
Right.
20 minutes. And the thought came to my head, if they had one of our agents, first of all, the agent would answer the phone, your inventory would be integrated with that agent. So when you said, "Do you have this part?" they would
Yes
tell
or
you
no.
right away, right? Yes or no. They could tell you how much it costs.
Right.
Everything could be streamlined. And that's just one of the ways that you can utilize our services.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds really helpful and beneficial to not only the business owner, but to the customer or the client.
Yes.
Because it saves on your time, saves on the energy, saves on the frustration sometimes that you
time
get.
is money.
Time is the money. Time is the
Time
money.
is money.
Life is time.
Yeah.
So, well, Miss Finnita, how did you come up with the name Apus? Who gave you the name? Did it come to your mind? Did your husband give it to you? One of your children?
I'll tell you what I do. Everything I do, I tell people everything I do is deliberate. And there's a reason behind it. So when I decided to open the business, I was like, I wanted to start with an A.
That's right. That's right.
So when someone's looking things up, it's gonna be there first.
Right.
And then I was like, let me look. I like, I'm thinking, I like the heavenly bodies. That Apus is actually the name of a constellation.
Okay.
And that constellation is the bird of paradise constellation. So that I integrated into my logo, into everything, the bird of paradise, and just the rebirth, reborn, just the beauty of it. But that's where the name Apus comes from.
I love that. I love that it starts with an A. All great things start with an A. Good. So I also want you to tell us a little bit on the digital marketing side. How can we integrate Apus to assist us with digital marketing?
Okay, so again, I can say with business owners, not everyone can afford to have an entire marketing team that just deals with your marketing. As we understand now, marketing is done a little differently now. So most of it is online, it's social media, it's digital, whether it's digital marketing, it's search engine marketing. Something that's new that a lot of people aren't talking about now is we heard about SEO, which is search engine optimization, to make sure your people can find you online. But there's something new which is called AEO, which is answer engine optimization, meaning just AI, that AI can find you online. So what we do is we want you to have a deliberate voice to your brand. We want whatever you put out there that's representing you, because a lot of times we represent our brand, sometimes but our brand is sometimes a separate entity. It has its own voice. So we want to make sure that everything is professional. I'm big on professionalism.
That's right. Very cool. I love that, Miss Finnita.
Yeah, I want to make sure that everything is streamlined, is professional, is cohesive. That wherever you are, people know this is who you are. This is your brand. This is Apus Virtual Business Solutions. Once you see that logo, once you see what's happening, and we want to do the same thing for other people. We want you to have that cohesive, professional brand voice. And that's where digital marketing branding comes in. But we also deal with content, things as simple as newsletters, content, blog posting. Yeah, so all of that is a part of it. But we just want to make sure that people have a clear brand voice.
Right. So now that we know that you're dealing with a lot of the virtual work, how can people get in contact with you? Is it only something that's virtual as well, or can they see you in person? Can they sit down with you and you break things down for them? You show them a plan. How does that work?
Well, if people are in the U.S. Virgin Islands or in St. Thomas specifically, but U.S. Virgin Islands on a whole, they can get in contact with me personally. Our website is www.apusvbsolutions.com, and we also have a phone number which is 770-818-6512. You call that number, you're going to interact with my agent, Alex.
Yeah, Alex, okay.
Yeah, so we have a few agents, Alex, Andrew, Andrea.
Stay with the A's. Stay with the A's. That's right.
So, but you're going to interact with Alex, so they can meet me in person in the Virgin Islands. We can just arrange that. I do most of my work is virtual because I don't only work with people within the Virgin Islands, but all across the United States and Canada and the Caribbean also.
As a whole. So anybody who needs the help, I can reach out.
Exactly.
I love that. And then right now we're sitting in a very beautiful location, and I know you use this space daily for your operations.
Yes.
And we're going to end up showing our viewers a little bit about the workspace that you have here. So anytime somebody is coming to meet you in person, they'll meet you here at this location?
Meet me here at Sea Caribbean. It's a co-working space here on the waterfront in St. Thomas. Beautiful space. And if we need to meet in person, we can definitely do that.
Definitely. Good. Well, I'm hoping you'll be able to show our viewers a little bit about where they can set up. Because even though they might not be working directly with you for a point in time or a moment in time, they can still utilize the space to have their business operation.
Definitely. To have meetings, if someone wants to just have a brief meeting. Some people have businesses but they don't have a space. Maybe they need to conduct interviews. Maybe they need to use a conference room. It can all be done over here. Again, always utilizing to work smarter and not harder.
That's right. Smarter and not harder. And before we get into showing in the space, I don't think I asked you, I know you said you've been at St. Thomas for 23 years, but how long have you been operating Apus?
Apus first opened unofficially, maybe back in about 2015, officially in 2018.
Okay.
2018. Yeah.
So about 7 years now.
Yes.
7 years strong and counting.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Miss Finnita. I think this is a good time for us to give our viewers a little bit of the workspace that you have. So, Bradley, are you ready? Okay, Bradley's ready, guys.
Okay, this is the kitchen area.
Nice.
So when you come in, we have coffee, tea, water, spaces, open spaces where you can, there's Wi-Fi included with your membership, including when you come in here.
This might be the section I'm in a lot. I like to snack.
Yeah. So we do have Wi-Fi. And there is a generator for those times when, you know, we have the power outages.
Yes. I think we had one earlier today.
Exactly. The work never stops. The work never stops.
Okay, good.
Okay. Our reception area, this we call the open space. And you can, some of them we have some dedicated desks. So if you do not need a whole private office, but you just want to have your own space with a dedicated desk, and it comes with a filing cabinet. These you rent out per month, and again, you're not leasing your membership.
Right.
It's a membership. Anyone with a membership has 24-hour access to the space. Okay. And if you don't want to do the thing, you just want to come and sit down. We have the soft chairs, we have the high chairs, the low chairs, the tables. Some of the tables we have that they can be raised up. They can, if you want to stand.
Yes.
Okay, so
we have to stretch their backs.
Exactly. Private offices.
That's a beautiful picture. Miss Finnita, like
this is
okay. That's your family. No,
that's my family.
That is your family. Then, but we have to zoom in on that.
These are pictures that I love because these are pictures of 9-year difference. My children are from the kids. So I said we have to recreate that picture.
Beautiful.
So we have the private offices along here. Also, we have a conference room. Now, also remember that the conference can be utilized. You don't have to be a member. If you just need to have a car, you can call and schedule your time to utilize the conference room.
Right.
And it holds about up to 8 people comfortably.
And then people can also utilize the space hourly or daily, weekly, monthly.
For events, exactly. If you have events, you can also rent out the outside space.
Okay, nice.
Okay, a meeting room if you want to have smaller meetings for people, you know, 1 or 2 people. So we do have a lot of people coming in. And more office space.
Yes.
And offices upstairs.
Nice. And then you said there was also a room for podcasting and everything. So people who have that type of business, they can utilize the space.
So let me show you right here. Also, when you're in the open space, sometimes you want to have a little privacy, have a phone call.
I love these little phone booths. Every time looking at this in Finnita, I'm thinking I'm in London, the UK. I'm in one of their phone booths.
You know, we don't have those little phone booths anymore, but you have your own privacy to come in and use your.
I can just sit right here to work on my laptop.
Yes.
Have a phone call. I feel like I'm back in college in the library.
So little phone booth here, and also we have a podcasting room. I'm not sure. Let me get the key. Sorry, but if anyone also too wants to come from the outside to utilize the podcast room, that's also available. Hourly. Usually hourly.
People utilize
the space. Also more dedicated desks and more dedicated desks. Like I said, this used to be a wellness room where they offered aerial yoga, aerial fitness, but we had a transition, and so now it's utilized for more space. Good. So this is the Caribbean.
Miss Finnita, I'd have never known this was up here, right in the heart of downtown Charlotte on Maui.
We get that a lot.
It's a very welcoming, beautiful space. I love the aesthetic. I feel comfortable. I feel like even if there are about 20 people in here at the same time as me working, I'm still gonna feel comfortable completing my tasks. And I just, I love that we have a little kitchenette.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can have my little snacks, some tea. I don't drink coffee. I'm not a coffee lover, but you know, I can have some type of refreshment.
And just relax. And you know, it's a place where people can collaborate. We can interact with each other, bounce ideas off of each other. A lot of partnerships have been formed here. You know, just other people just working together. So, and that's the main idea behind a co-working space.
Good. I appreciate that. Well, Ms. Finnita, I would like to thank you for sharing a bit of Apus with us, a bit about you and a bit about the space that we're in today. Is there anything else you'd like to let our viewers know? Any last words before we decide to close out?
We just want you to know that at Apus Virtual Business Solutions, we are your AI architects, and we help you to work smarter and not harder.
I love it, Ms. Finnita. Again, I'm gonna give you some fingers for that. Well, thank you, Ms. Finnita. I wish you much success with Apus Virtual Business Solutions and all the endeavors that you take part in. Viewers, I would like to thank you for tuning into this episode of the Mother Hen Show. Please stay tuned because we have a lot more great things in store for you. Until next time, I'm Finnitta Joshua.